Hi Dave, thanks for the footage. Just to take a little overview of your swing, if we look at you here, bottom left, superb posture position. You can see there, comparing it to Tiger, a lot of similarities. Maybe get the chin up a little bit at address, but overall, really good position at that point. If we take a little bit of a look at your takeaway, the area I'm not so keen on is the fact that your hands come up and out and your club goes back. So we can see there that the shaft of the club tends to point here, tends to point away from your left hip and out to the right. If we compare that to what we're seeing here with Tiger, as he takes the club back, the hands stay in a little bit more and the club tends to stay out in front of his hands. So at that waist level position, the shaft of the club is pointing a little bit more to the left hip, so there's not as much disconnection between the arms and the body. Having said that, when we look at it face on, you'll start to get a feel for why that happens. We take you to the top. Because of the takeaway, there tends to be a little bit too much lift, and as a result you're a little bit upright, but overall again really good position at the top. We're being ultra picky at that point if we compare that to Tiger. Tiger's just a touch flatter and a touch more compact at the top of his backswing. Now then, if we look at what's happening from face on, we start to see why the takeaway maybe isn't as good as it should be, why we're a little bit too upright, but overall why it doesn't flow quite as much through the hitting area as we'd like. At setup, we can see with Tiger much higher in the left side, much more shoulder angle compared to yourself, where the shoulder angle is much more level. And we look here at the left hand, we can't see much of the emblem on your glove, whereas with Tiger we see much more of the emblem on his glove. So we need to get that left hand or that left side in a much stronger position, which is going to raise the left side, lower the right side, make it much easier for you to turn. It's going to make it much easier for you to attain the takeaway position we discussed earlier, and it's going to flatten or make that backswing just a little bit deeper. It doesn't need to change a lot, but it just needs to become a little bit deeper than it currently is. Because the left hand grip, or the grip in general, is so neutral, what we start to see from a level shoulder position, instead of turning behind the golf ball, we start to turn on top of it. If we compare your position at the top with Tiger's, you can see there that he's much more behind the golf ball during the backswing. And to illustrate that, we're going to put a line from your left shoulder to your left hip. Compare that to Tiger's. Much more angle between the two. So you're tending to sit on top of the golf ball as opposed to getting behind the golf ball at the top of the backswing. As a result, if we watch Tiger as he starts down, he can move into his left side without getting out ahead of the golf ball and can create a nice passive release through the hitting area. You can see there that everything's in sync, everything's matching up. As the chest returns to the setup position, the club's making contact with the ball. Beautiful lines there at impact, and you can see the hands lead the club through the hitting area. Now then, if we take a little look at yourself, because of that position at the top, we tend to get out in front of it too early. You can see the left knee there chasing out in front of the ball. Body now is at impact, club is way out of position, way behind you. Now then, what you do from there is you put the brakes on the body very quickly, you throw the club head at the ball, and you can see there that remarkable bend in the shaft that we were talking about before. Very rare we see that, but you can see there that the hands don't move a great deal. The club travels about 4 feet, the hands move about 4 inches. So there's a slowing down of the body and a flinging of the club head to allow that to happen. And then you can see as you progress through then, the shaft again is working underneath, much more of a scooping action than what we're seeing in Tiger. So, as we said earlier, if we can get the left hand stronger and the left side stronger, the club will be coming in much squarer and there'll be less of a need to make that flicking movement that you're making there. And with a stronger left side, we can start to make this nice passive move at it that you see Tiger make through the hitting area here. Much less of a need to fling the club head at the ball as you come through. So the key here, Dave, is to feel that you're going to get in a nice strong position with the left hand. As we discussed in the shop earlier, if you can try and take your setup position left hand only and feel that you're in an appropriate position to hit it if all you could use was your left side. Swing's got a lot of good things going on. Key thing for you is the left hand grip. If you want to discuss this further, or if you want to go over it again in more detail, just give me a shout or pop in a shot. Well done.